Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Point to Rise podcast. Today, I want to talk about mindset to you. So, there is so much to it. It is such a big topic, and I'm going to do just a very high level overview to what I have learned over the past, I would say, year, 2 years in regards to how important the mindset is and how much we underestimate it at any stage, particular in the performing arts. So I've heard Lori Harder's Earn Your Happy podcast, and she was talking about your mindset actually being that puppy on the leash at the end of the leash. And depending on the level of training you've given that puppy, the puppy is either cooperating and walking right beside you, or it's taking you for a walk or turning wherever it wants to go. And I found this analogy so profound because it's the truth. If we do not pay attention to our mindset, our thoughts, our beliefs, if we don't have that level of awareness where we understand that our mindset is actually creating our reality, then we will always be less powerful than we actually could be. So let me explain. When I actually came out of, I would say, my career, and I settled into a new job and recreated everything that I have had already experienced, and I started with self-development, I actually realized that my mindset as a performing artist, as a dancer, was that completely untrained puppy at the end of the leash. I let that puppy go wherever it wanted to go. I let that puppy do whatever it wanted with me. And I had not put in any training. I've not taken any lessons for it to be sitting beside me, to me calling the shots, me saying, this is not what we're going to do today. This is not where we're going. You are coming with me. And that understanding it and having that first aha moment was such a big shift for me, because I realized, well, wait, but what if I had this kind of training? What if I actually started looking into the human psychology? Like, what would that look like? And what would I discover? And how much of a difference would it actually be of made in my career as a professional ballerina, to where I was and to where I could have gone? So I came to the realization that just training my body was certainly important. And we all know that in the performing arts, we empathize skill over anything else. However, I'm going to challenge this right here to all of you, and whatever you do, if you're a singer, a dancer, an actor, an athlete, an entrepreneur, everything starts with your mindset. It's not in acquiring more skills. Yeah, you can do it. You can always acquire more skills. But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you can do it, if you don't catch your limiting beliefs, if you don't catch those thoughts that actually hold you back from stepping into what you want to become, if you put your power in other people's hands and let them tell you what you should be doing and shouldn't be doing, if you don't have a relationship with yourself and understand that you are the person that is the closest to you, that you're spending the most time with, any kind of skill will only bring you to a certain point. And I see this a lot in the clients that I'm serving right now, that why can't I do this anymore? Why is it so hard for me to, for example, after an injury, gain back my physical skills? It's because you don't trust yourself yet. It's because you have lost, or you haven't even started yet digging in to yourself and understanding where you want to go, what you want to become. How am I modeling every day these kind of behaviors? And that's not showing up in the studio and working your derriere off. No, it is what else do you do? What else do you do to further your education, to train your mind, that when you are confronted with judgment, if you're confronted with failure, that doesn't bog you down. It doesn't make you doubt your abilities and who you want to become, that you only see this kind of results as a stepping stone to becoming more. So I am such a big advocate to, before we go and acquire any other skills in terms of get another degree or I don't know, lay in another Instagram post, go and start training your mindset over and over and over and over again. Understand where you actually want to go and understand that it's possible for you, and write out what you have already achieved. Like, what are you great at? When we're looking at performing arts, we hear a lot of, well, we're not, where we don't fit in, that we're not enough over here and that we're too little over here. And we just look like the other person, and the other person already has the role. So therefore, I'm not a fit for this production, for example. And if you don't have a solid relationship with yourself, if that puppy on the other end of the leash isn't trained, something like that can bog you down so much that the next time you show up in the studio, you may get injured. You may lose actually your passion to do that because you don't believe anymore. So with that said, you guys, train your mind, train that puppy on the other leash, have it walk beside you instead of in front of you, have it under control. And I don't mean at any given point, we all get triggered. It's around the awareness of these triggers, where are these triggers coming from? How can you move yourself through these kind of triggers without reacting right away, but with observing and then taking steps to move around it? I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for listening, and go train that puppy. Thank you so much for listening. If this message resonates with you, please pass it on to someone who needs to hear this right now. And if you like what you've heard, your feedback will go a very long way. If you just take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review, that would mean the world to me. Till next time, point at yourself to rise to all that you are capable of.